Hello, this is the update for Thursday, October 8th, 2020. It is currently 6:36 in the morning, and you see that my hair is down because today I'm getting my hair cut. I haven't gotten my hair cut through this whole COVID thing, even like pre-COVID, so this has been a long time coming, but I think it's probably one of the first things I actually talked about in the videos that I started recording since this whole thing has started, is that I really want to get my hair cut before treatment happens. But let me update you on a few things. So yesterday we had a meeting with the oncologists and the team over at Princess Margaret Hospital, and as you know, crappy and shitty this whole COVID situation is, going through something like cancer and I'm sure other critical illnesses during the time of COVID is like, this makes everything just that much more shitty. And it stinks that that you can't, as a patient, have support with you as you go through the hard times that comes with treatment. But it's also difficult for the family members who are going through their own specific experience of this journey. But they made an exception for Joe to be able to come with me yesterday so that he can meet the team and kind of, I guess, be able to conceptualize where I'll be going, how, the kinds of, how I would be, who I'm meeting with, who the team is, that kind of thing. So we had an opportunity to do that. I think it was really challenging for him. This has been a very hard, it is so, sure, it's difficult for me. And it's because it's something that I'm going through and something that I grapple with and process and think about and feel. But I'm also experiencing whatever this particular life is right now, because there's a lot that I'm thinking, feeling, and experiencing. So I'm going through all of that. But everybody around me, all the people who love and support me, they're going through their own stuff. And Joe came along yesterday, like I mentioned. And I'm glad he got to see and meet the team and get to see how things, the people and, all that kind of stuff. But I think he was having a really rough time. Like, it looked like he was, that he wasn't, that it was really, really hard for him. And I think, it was several hours of like blood work and, doctors saying this and talking about that and everything else. And I think it wasn't until my main oncologist, Dr. Elimova, who is phenomenal, like she's so amazing and fantastic, until she kind of like came into the room and just was like, okay, this is what's going on, and this is, like, you can be sure of this, and it can, have a sense of this, and just there's such an amazing humanity to her. And I think that until Dr. Elimova came in, Joe didn't have a sense of like grounding. Like, I think he felt like he was just like floating with all the information and everything else that was going on. So I'm glad. I'm so fortunate. It's unfortunate to be going through what I'm going through, but to be going through it with the folks who are there to support me, whether it's from a, family, friends, support, heart ways, or medically. And I feel like with Dr. Elimova, she has heart. Like, really, it's amazing. So lucky. So that was the first part of it. That was the first part of the day. It was pretty intense. So, it's like ask all the questions and all that kind of stuff. And, this is what to expect from chemo. And this is the kind of chemo that you're going to be getting. And this is the reason why. And the geneticist came in and I'm participating in a genetics, it's not a study. I think it's ongoing research. And it's they're going to see whether or not there are mutations within my genes that may also help with my treatment. And there's a lot of things that are going on. And they ask you like what kind of questions you have, and I'm asking. I can't remember the kind of questions I asked yesterday, but I feel like got the answers because I've been asking a lot of questions as we've gone on. But I had a family friend on the line while we were in the meetings and the appointments, so that to have, I think, this person, one of my amazing supporters on the line, is sort of listening and taking notes and kind of just being an extra pair of ears and cognition and support just allowed me to feel like I have like my corners covered. And she asked a question for me, which some ways I feel like I was embarrassed maybe to ask, which is, am I gonna lose my hair? And it was actually like, I'm so glad that she asked, because Dr. Alimova was like, probably not. It'll thin, but you likely won't lose all your hair. And I was like, oh, who knew? Like I kind of was feeling like that was an inevitable thing. And so I'm kind of pleased to hear that. And I think, again, like more than anything, it's just the experience of just having like chunks of hair fall out was something that I just was like, I don't know, with everything else going on, just was like, just an extra thing. But at any rate, I am getting my hair cut though, because this is just unnecessary, like this length and the volume and how much and all this kind of stuff. And so it'll be nice just to get some extra weight off of my head. So that's something that I'm planning on doing today. But before that, though, I also have an appointment to get the home care nursing, but I'm going to their clinic, so it's like the nursing clinic, I guess, to get the tube procedure for my biliary drainage looked at. I've just noticed, I think I might have mentioned yesterday, like sort of maybe I didn't. No, I must have. That there was some leakage through my dressing, and I was concerned about that. I went to the hospital, asked them about it yesterday when we were there for the appointment. They said, well, we'll leave it to the nurses because they have what's needed in order to be able to do that properly. So that's what I'm doing today first. But around that area though that it's leaking, it actually is painful. And so there is a part of me that's worried about that, the fact that it's painful and leaking. But I don't have a fever or anything like that. I don't have nausea or vomiting or anything. So that's a good sign, I think. And because the folks at the hospital felt that it can wait until today, seems that's okay. So I have that to first in the morning. And then after that, I'm going to go get my hair cut. And then I think I am okay. Like I'm sort of like free-ish for the rest of the day, which I'm looking forward to. I mean, I guess it was the same sort of thing yesterday, but we were also in the process of sorting out stuff for this car that we're getting. We're getting insurance and paperwork and all that kind of stuff worked out. So that's something that will be. So Joe's going to go to Service Ontario today and registering the car and getting the plates and everything like that. The crappy part of it is that the car is going to be ready Friday tomorrow around 5 o'clock. And because of the stupid tube, the biliary drainage tube, I need to get it looked at because it's leaking and maybe because of this pain or whatever with the Interventional Radiology department again. That appointment tomorrow, Friday, is at 3 o'clock. So the car would be ready in Scarborough to pick up at 5. Scarborough's a suburb of Toronto. It's half an hour, 45 minutes away, depending on traffic, but probably around that time, looking at about 45 minutes. I really wanted to be a part of picking up the car. So, just another thing that is unfortunate, but the fact that we're getting this car tomorrow is something that I am very, very happy about. So it's good. It's just that I don't get to participate in the picking up of. The thing about this car, which I think is so, I love the idea of this car because it's so charming. It's an older car. It's over 15 years old. And it's just been sitting in this yard for some months after the previous owner had gotten a new car. So they had just given it to this mechanic shop. And it's just been sitting there kind of waiting amongst other cars who's just been sitting there waiting for somebody to come by and maybe be interested in reviving them. And I love this idea of upcycling, I guess, in this case, this car that's been built like a tank, so reliable, and had taken care of this other lady for over 15 years. And now this car is going to have an opportunity to take care of us for the next little while. And I just really love the idea of that. And I know there was originally a part of me that's like, yeah, it's possible to, like maybe nicer car, maybe spend more money or whatever, but like nicer, whatever that means, I guess, and sort of from the standpoint of, more modern and all the stuff that comes with more modern cars, like power windows. But I mean, honestly, what power windows? It's nice, I think, to have, but yeah, I think it's so great. I'm so happy with this purchase. And I think once the car comes home to us and it'll be ours, I don't know. There's something about it that really warms me about it. So anyway, so that's what's happening. Unfortunately, I won't be able there to pick it up, but it is going to be a part of our family. Very, very soon. So Joe's going to be doing the work of getting plates and all that kind of stuff today, while I do my appointment with the nurse and hair appointment. And then, I guess I'll just, there are some correspondences and things like that we're overdue, need to get back to folks about. And that's what's going on for today. I realized the other day I gave you like this giant um, baseball update. I still don't know. It's funny because I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I wonder who won that Rays and Yankees game, because that's been a pretty intense series. I watch and then you know they seem to be pretty evenly matched and they go back and forth and very entertaining games. I have no idea who won. But again, I'm just so get they're entertaining, but I get so tired and I'm like, I'm going to bed. And I also think that the Astros and the A's, like I mentioned, don't like the Astros, and hoping that the A's at least will get them. And if not, I'm sure, hopefully, either the Yankees or the Rays will. But I think that the A's had taken one game of that series, so it might be two games to one in that particular series. It's out of 5. Anyway, none of this matters because by the time that you watch this, all of that will be over. But I'm just letting you know some of what I'm following during this time, I guess. So that's what's going on. So if there is another update, and I guess the thing about making updates during the day is more about energy. Like the first thing in the morning after I've gotten some rest, I have the energy to be able to sit down and talk about what's going on. Whereas sometimes just as the day goes on, things happen that I just was like, no, there's there's the energy of dealing with those things, and then later on it's like, whoa, I am exhausted. So pretty much by the end of every night I'm pretty much exhausted. So and sort of the exhaustion kind of it goes on throughout the day. So if something comes up and there's time and there's energy, I will definitely update. But otherwise, you will see an update very, very shortly. Thank you so much for following along. Please subscribe if you're so inclined, and maybe please share with others if you're also so inclined. Thank you so much for following along, and I send you love and care, and I hope that you also think and share your love and care with the others in your life, and again, maybe send some my way. That would be very much appreciated. At any rate, so that's it for today, or that's it for right now anyway, and I'll talk to you real soon.